Hi, my name is Lily Kotila, and that was my assigned name to this world, and this is the authentic me. I've had many, God, call it what you will, universal source connections in my life that are really inexplainable in terms of synchronicity and or why body movements happen at certain times and or why just different things than your average person experience. I feel, at least I haven't heard other people talking about it. I am sure I am not the only one. There's a song, "You're not the only one," something like that, just as a reminder, I guess. So I'm going to share different life experiences that I've had at various times, both wonderful experiences solidly in this realm, and as well as things that I have picked up on at different frequencies, I believe, than the average human being experiences, although they could. I think going through intense trauma as a human, whatever that may look like, stretches the rubber band of being, sometimes beyond the structure conditioning of humanity. And whether someone goes to war or experiences an unsudden death, or whether someone sees an event that is just bloody and traumatic, and it's an image, or whatever the PTSD looks like, once that rubber band is stretched beyond conditioning, sometimes it can be hard. I mean, communication still is fine and regular on the normal human platform of content areas that we talk about. At the same time, from working with clients, I've heard experiences, and again, this is the real me talking. So myself, I've experienced, in my experience, I believe that rubber band being stretched so far, with human resiliency, it reshapes, or has the ability to reshape, the way that we view the world. And when the way that we view the world is different from the typical, it is often silenced or not talked about. Or you have those great people like Eckhart Tolle and The Power of Now, or Osho, or John of God, or there are many spiritual gurus who do find the language and or pathway of communication to blend different realms together. So in any case, I think that's going to be the most that I want to talk about regarding the intro. So I'm just going to jump in and share one of these random experiences that I plan to continue to share, because I just want to get it out there, because they're different. So in any case, I tried all the therapies I could, including my own designs, which ultimately saved me. I was in Toronto, and these two Asian women came up behind me, and I guess my body state was in a holding pattern, and internally I was very stressed out because of my thinking patterns, which I was trying to break free of. I didn't know how rigor mortis-like my body was, and these two Asian girls just tapped on my shoulders because they simply wanted to ask directions for somewhere. And my body visceral response was to start kind of running away, getting away. So I took right step and left step, like pretty quickly. And it was in a funky position in Toronto where highways like went this way, but in a slower motion for vehicles, because it was like an on-off ramp scenario where three kind of blended together, and then there was one main highway that was still like fast-paced, if you will. So I take these two steps that I just mentioned, and all of a sudden my arms fly back, and I fly back at such velocity, speed, whatnot, that my legs then followed. There was no consciousness in this. It was just my body reaction. And within less than half a second, I don't even know how long, because time, as you hear in near-death experiences and you hear in people who have been through some trauma, time doesn't exist in those spaces, internally anyway, as the same linear time when more regularity is happening. So in any case, a car would just flew by at about 80 miles an hour, and had my body not viscerally pulled my being, who lives inside this body, back to the sidewalk, that car hands down would have hit me, and hands down that would have been the end of this form at that point in time. And then I was able to ground myself and answer the Japanese girls that I actually didn't know the direction in which they were asking their question about. But that is something that was guiding me, looking after me, and I fully believe it was some energy from above, like beings on a satellite. Perhaps they look just like humans. I don't know. That's my egoic interpretation now. I'm just telling you the facts of what happened. But the fact is that I did sense that there was some kind of pull energetically from above that flew my body back in order to preserve me, because I have perhaps more messages to share with this world, or be the conveyor of at this point in time. So this is video number 1. I don't know if I'm going to publish it or not. It's very close to my heart, but now that I've for the first time put some voice to it, it feels a little bit more comfortable. So we'll see where it goes. Thank you for listening.